Hello everyone, hello, Chocolo here, but not for a video review. It's for episode 59. Yes, 59 of Stash Watch. Yes. Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're having a lovely day today. It's I don't know, very much getting into winter time, I think, or it feels that way anyway. I guess autumn time, but it's only getting dark anyway. But yeah, those who don't know, Stash Watch, basically where I go over what I hope to review this weekend. Always hope have to, if I get enough time. Yeah, what I hope to review this weekend basically, and perhaps I've just bought new things as well. No, not bought too much new this week, I must say. One of those, so it will just be kind of things that I have in the stash that I meant to review at some point, but just haven't yet. Yeah, hi there, Scott. How's things going for you today? Yes. Yeah, a little chilly this morning. Yeah, it was a bit frosty this morning actually. Yeah, the first frost I've seen this year. So this autumn. Yeah, so I don't know, getting colder, that's for sure. Yes, hello Scarlett, hello there, and hello Alan. You okay? Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Good image there. Good image there, Alan. What's that? It's Cadbury Dairy Milk Block, I think. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Yeah. It looks yeah. I do like a good dairy milk, that's for sure. Anyone seen any new Christmas choc, by the way? There is some out and about now. I believe it's kind of just basically in all the supermarkets. Christmas stuff. It's very much a thing now, isn't it? Frosty Manchester was not cold here, perhaps 7 degrees or so. Yeah, this morning it was. It was a bit. It was a bit frosty this morning. Not much, but just a bit. Just enough. One of those. Yes. Snowball ones. Yeah, I've seen a couple of snowball ones as well. Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? I know they're getting the snowball balls and the actual dairy milk ones as well. Yes. Now they had Reese's Trees. Yes. Peanut butter milk choc. I see. Yeah, I think I did have them at one point, but I don't think I ever reviewed those. I think there was one as well. I had them in the and white chocolate as well. I see. Hey, good to see you, Mina. By the way, good to see you. We're doing okay. Hope you're having a lovely day. And the Cadbury's Orange Crisp. I don't even know what that is. I've not. Yeah, wow, that's a new one. Cadbury's Orange Crisp. Is that the one we spoke of before? That sounds quite interesting. One. Doing the Bourneville Crisp, do you by any chance? Yeah, I see. Not sure what's in the white chocolate ones. Yeah, well, I think even the milk chocolate Reese's ones actually sort of it says that it's not actually milk chocolate, it's milk chocolate flavoured stuff, which is bizarre, isn't it? I think in the US or something like that, they're not allowed to say it's milk chocolate or something. But they also sold in the UK as well, so who knows? Yes, weather for Scotty, what's it like? Yes, coming weather for Glasgow. Conditions sunny with a temperature of 16 degrees. Wind is blowing from a west-northwest at 12 miles an hour. 56% humidity. Yeah, I see one of those. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, the old man over Manchester. So it's like here. Who knows? Who knows? Orange crisp is the orange version of the mint crisp. Okay, right. That's interesting. It's, well, interesting that they've done that. Orange and mint always seem to go together, don't they? It does seem to be the case, doesn't it? It always seems to be the case. That interesting, that one, because there's an orange one for the Bourneville one as well, isn't there? But it's not quite as crispy. It's a bit more chewy. Yeah, weather for Roberto is coming weather in Manchester. Conditions are mostly cloudy with a temperature of 16 degrees. So actually the same, Scotty. Winds blowing from west-northwest at 8 kilometres an hour, it says. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so less windy where I am. Yeah, so strange that. Strange. Yes. Tracy, hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, it's the cherries chocolate orange exploding candy new for this year. It's been out before, that one, Alan. I've definitely reviewed it before. I think they only bring it out sort of every Christmas time, whatever. But yeah, I've definitely reviewed that one before. It has been out before, that one. But I think I'm sure someone's saying there's a toffee one. I think it was this year. The toffee, unless I'm wrong. But I think it was the toffee crunch one. I think was the one that was coming out. At least I think Andrew mentioned that one anyway. But the exploding candy one has been out before. Yes, well, I'm sure, unless I imagined it, I'm sure I've reviewed it. So only here we're about to set. Ah, there you go. The toffee one is the new one. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I thought it was. I remember Andrew saying about that one. Yes, that should be an interesting one. Yeah, it should be quite nice. Although, do like the Sensations, but one of those where I'm sure, I'm trying to think what my favourite one is. I don't think it's either of those. I mean, they're all nice, really. I think I like the crunchy one myself, not the regular, but I think they've stopped that one now, I think. Quite like the exploding candy one, yes. But only seeing the mixed box of individual segments. Yeah, the Sensations, yes. Yeah, they do every now and again do the do a full terrace chocolate orange with exploding candy. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice they are as well. But I think it's only around Christmas time, and maybe only in select supermarkets as well. So one of those. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep your eye out for it. Basically, I can't remember which supermarket it was last time. It's the gist of it. But yeah, So it's one of those. Now let's see. Yes, the first one I've got. I didn't review. It's been in the stash for a couple of weeks now. I need to get it reviewed. Really. I mean, I've just been a bit useless with reviews lately for whatever reason. I think I'm going to blame Look Back again. I always blame Look Back. Yeah, Mince Crisp. There we go. So yeah, I do want to definitely get this one reviewed this week. And I'll say if you've seen the the Winter Mint Crisp as well. I think it's actually, I thought it was a UK bar, this one, but it's not. Okay, look, it's actually imported. I wonder, from Australia then, is it? Can't see. Imagine it's Australia, but I can't see. Don't know. Imagine it is Australia because I can't see the date on it, the address on it, but that's under there actually. We just about see. Still can't see. Oh well, who knows? But it's from somewhere anyway. So there we go. So I need to get that one reviewed. I thought it was a UK one, that one. I must say it was. Yes, Dairy Milk Creations. You say? I'm not sure what those ones are really. What are those? Dairy Milk Creations? Do you mean like the Equator bars or what have you? Yeah, not sure. Maybe unless I've just completely forgot. They have had Terry's exploding candy in bags too. Okay, yes. As in what way? As in like the as in that? Yeah, in what way is that, Scotty? And in bags or what have you? Do you mean like as in like little segments of just those? Oh yeah, I think I do remember those actually. Now you come to mention it. Yes, the little segments in the individual bags. I think I have them in the stash. Yes. They have popping candy in. The Marvelous Creations. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes. I do quite like them actually. Yeah, I do quite like those. Yeah, they are quite nice those actually. I did like, they did quite like the which one was it? Was it the white chocolate one they did as well recently? And another one as well, which I think what was it called? Tutti Frutti or something. Quite like that one as well. That's quite nice. South African. I thought the South African ones always had the horizontal orientation or the vertical orientation rather. That's interesting. Yeah, they do have the I always thought they were orientated like that. Mind you, actually, no, you're right, because that's, well, yeah, I think what it was actually, wasn't it? The small ones are orientated like that, and the other ones are flat. It's usually Australian ones that are orientated like that, isn't it? Yeah, that's right, okay. Still got this to review. I'm behind on my reviews, basically. I just didn't really get much done this weekend, so I need to get a few done. There's UK Winter Mint Crisp, along with a new orange crisp that's in Tesco. Okay, the Winter Mint Crisp is really nice, everyone. That's a really good quality bar, that one. I definitely recommend that one. Orange Crisp in Tesco, is it? I'll have to have a look into that then. I'll have to have a look into that. Yes, and good evening. Hi there, Joe. How's it going? I think I've just closed your message. Yeah. Good to see you, Joe. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, how's things going for you today? Hope you're doing all right. The top deck mint is South African along with the biscuit one too. Yeah, okay, right, yes. I see. Yeah, the biscuit one, yeah. There's those like thin sort of vertical ones, aren't they? They're pretty nice, the South African ones actually. I'm very impressed. Very impressed indeed, yeah. Yeah, I do quite like those ones. Yes, that's one. I've got to get that reviewed, the Winter Mint one. I do have a few others actually, and I want to get through. Still got the Twirl Breakaway Mint as well. Special edition. Look at that, the Twirl Breakaway Mint. So that's an Australian one. Yeah, so quite a few minty ones at the moment. But yeah, it is in the backlog. Needs to be reviewed. This one definitely does. Yeah, I'll say it is in the backlog. Needs to be done. Got a few in the backlog really. Devo, thanks. How's your week been? Well, yeah, it's been all right. It's not been the best week in the world. Not been, could have been worse, I guess. But yes, it's going by, I think, is the gist of it. But yeah, so yeah, just one of those weeks. But yeah, it's not doing too bad, really. Yeah, how's things going with your peanut butter collection? Have you actually managed to, I don't know, lift it up? Never mind, eat it. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how you managed to get through like 20 kilograms of peanut butter or whatever it is. But yeah, do very well with all that. Dear me. But yes, I got to quite a few from last week and the week before really I need to get through. Just been a bit of a backlog now, so I'm trying to get through it all. So yeah, so that is a problem at the moment, but I'm hopefully going to get through some of it at least at some point. But it's just there's too much chocolate, not enough time. Yes, I did get a couple of newish ones as well. Some Christmas ones actually that I did spot. I did have from last year, and I don't think I ever reviewed them actually. So the other ones on the list. Yes, the Cabby Down at Little Robins. Yeah, look at that. With Dime as well. Yes, or Dave wants to say it that way. Yes, there we go. So basically, just kind of like a rehash of their sort of look to be basically their Easter products, really. I'm a bit dubious about these, they're mini eggs essentially. A bit dubious about these though because they always had like massive gaps in the middle. Do you remember when we reviewed these or similar ones? That's around Easter. And the place just collapsed because there was just so much gap in between the two segments. It was just ridiculous, really. So I do have these finally to review. They are definitely on my list of things I want to get done this time. You can see the way they've got the pinched Australia wrappers as well, haven't they? The wrapping design, I think. I'm quite serious on that one. Guess it was the South African as well, I guess. But yeah, you can see all the different layouts and things like this. So quite an interesting one as well. Ones I have to say, they are quite, I don't know, they are sort of seem to be a rehash of Dairy Milk Easter stuff, don't they, really, those ones? But there we go. Yes, are they Christmas themed? Yeah, basically, yes. Yeah, basically. You can see all the holly and stuff like that on them. Or is it mistletoe? I think it's mistletoe, isn't it? Yeah. So basically, they are Christmas themed ones. Here's the snowflakes as well. Yeah. Very much a Christmas one, these ones. Yeah, quite an interesting one, really. But yeah, they come around Christmas time, these ones, and it's obviously now it's Christmas time. Well, it's as purposes as far as the chocolate world is concerned. Yeah, so interesting one, interesting, really. But oh yes, the member review one as well. It's for the members this time this week. Yes, it'll be Doritos Triple Cheese Pizza. Did review the the loaded pepperoni one last week. So yeah, so triple cheese pizza this week. So quite excited for this one. So I think Scotty was a big fan of this one. I think so. It looks to be quite good. Whether it's just going to be cheese flavour, you know, nothing more than that, I don't know. Probably is, but it looks quite interesting all the same. It might have some kind of pizza flavour or something like that. Delicious always. I buy the creamy version, even better when it's cheap. Obviously, I see the cream version. Yeah. So, what happened to making it yourself though, Joe? I remember you were making it yourself for ages. Did you say you damaged the contraption you used to make it or something like that? You're making too much or something like this. I think. I seem to remember you making it yourself. But yeah. Yeah, try those Doritos. Yeah, what did you think then, Scotty? What did you like? Were they any good? Yeah, I'm sure you said they were okay. I'm sure you said you preferred them than the pepperoni ones. So quite interesting. Those Asda exclusives, as far as I know, anyway. I think you can only get them in Asda. They look quite normal, though, really. They look like other existing Doritos flavors, basically. So you could easily kind of miss those, I think, in the supermarket. Yeah, so this is one of those. Yeah, I say there's loads of loads of sort of Christmassy stuff to go on. But I've kind of reviewed a lot of the Christmas stuff that's out at the moment already. So it's one of those, really. Decent, but they weeper. I see. Well, I'm not sure. Well, I don't know what. Hopefully that's. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing there, really. Weeper. I see. We're quite cheesy. Okay, I think that's. All right. I'm not sure if that's what you were. Oh, I guess they were or something like that. Perhaps maybe. Yeah. Okay. We're quite cheesy. Well, I guess you want quite cheesy from it, I guess, because it is triple cheese, whatever it is, triple cheese pizza. I guess you'd want that. I've never really heard of a triple cheese pizza before. You have, like what is it, 4 cheese pizza and stuff like this, but never 3 cheese pizza before, triple cheese. I'm not so sure what that's about. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. Very strange, very strange. Yeah, honestly, the Grim Reaper. I see a weeper. Well, I don't know, Scotty, what that's about, but anyway, hopefully it's not a bad omen for the crisps. We should be all right. I'll have an 8 cheese pizza. I mean, that's just getting ridiculous. 8 cheese pizza. I know more than 4 cheeses do exist, but it does sound a bit excessive to have an 8 cheese pizza, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is quite nice, but yeah, I don't know. It does seem quite excessive. 8 cheese pizza, goodness me. Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. I've certainly never had that before, that's for sure. Yeah. So as again, last week I didn't manage to get through. I wanted to review this one. It was the Biscoff one as well. I won't go over too many I didn't review last week because there's quite a few. But the Lotus Biscoff Kit Kat Chunky I wanted to review. I didn't get around to doing that one, so it's still on the list. Still got a load on the list, really. I'd say most of them from last week, but hopefully this weekend I'll get through a few of them. That's the plan anyway. Yes, you were making mine because I'd gotten. Yes, I was making mine, but because it got too expensive, but I ended up breaking my blender. See, I thought I found a silver at a fair price. Okay, I see. Obviously, yeah, I overused the blender. I think there, Joe. I think that's probably what it was. And, yeah, quite a lot of. I imagine it could get quite hot, and I don't know, but, especially the amounts you make, all the massive kilograms worth of peanut butter. I don't know how you do it, really. I don't know how you go through all that, but you seem to manage to do it, so it's not too bad. Biscoff Kit Kat Chunky, not as good as Biscoff ice creams. Yeah, I imagine. Well, there's a high bar, that isn't it? It really is a high bar, Mina. That's a really high bar. They are very nice as Biscoff ice creams. I don't think. Yeah, I think you. Quite sure you said you liked them, didn't you? I think you did. Very Really are really on another level, those ice creams. So good. But I mean, remember Scotty had the other ice cream, the regular tub one, it wasn't as good. So it's just the actual ice cream sticks are the ones to go for. Don't know if it's made by different people or not. It seems weird to go from one extreme to the other. I might have it in the freezer. I'm not sure actually. I don't know, but yeah, real shame that really though that they didn't manage to keep it going with other products. But it's enough to have those Reese's sticks, I think. Sorry, Biscoff sticks. Biscoff ice cream sticks are the ones to pick up. Yes, they are really nice. I mean, this is unbelievably nice. They just really tick all the boxes for Biscoff. They really do. You know, they're just so good. Such a good product. Yes, done an amazing job. Really, has to be said. Yeah, one of the best ice creams there is. Really, definitely recommend those. Definitely do. Yeah, and the other one I had is the regular Little Robins as well. So you got the dime ones and the regular ones. So these are the. I wonder if they did the jingly bells this year. I've not seen those, which actually weren't too bad. But you can see the dime ones here. Yeah, strange how one. You think that would yellow berries on it, wouldn't it? But you think it would just be white for mistletoe. And this is holly. So interesting. But there you go. The same packaging from last year. It's still the old style packaging almost, isn't it? Those sort of clothes on the back, you know, like kind of fabric looking background, but it does have the new text and things like that on it. So yeah, interesting. Cadbury did do a new logo, didn't he? But it seems just don't even notice it really. So an interesting one, that one. Yes, got to have the dark choc mini ones from the mixed packaging Waitrose. Yes, the other Biscoff knockoff sticks are worth trying too. They have an earthier taste, I say. Now the dark Biscoff sticks, well that's the one to get everyone. Got to try those out. The dark ones in Waitrose, have to try and get there. Yeah, another one of those that's not too near me, I don't think. I also had to limit how many products people can buy in their Just Essentials range because it's so popular. People are only allowed 3 of each item now. What it is, these like the Essentials chocolate stuff and things like this. Oh, okay, pizza stuff. No wonder so well, you can get a frozen pizza for 66p, which other people are going to want to fill their freezers with in case prices go up in winter. That is quite a cheap price, 66p. I know they have done quite cheap stuff before, Asda, but I've never. I think they weren't too bad actually. I think I did have the cheese pizzas that they did once, just because I had a few people around, so I just got a load of cheap pizzas. They weren't too bad actually. You know, yeah, I thought they weren't too bad really. I've had some of the Asda own brand pizzas before, and they've been pretty good generally. I do quite like them. Yeah, you know. Yes, and they're Just Essentials chocolate too, 33p for 100 grams. Bar, and there's a white choc bar now too. Yeah, they do look quite nice as well. The actual look of the wrappers do look pretty good, really. Maybe it's worth a review at some point. That's the special part 3 or something like that. You can't go wrong with 66p pizza. Perk it up with your own toppings. Yeah, and you tried the Asda cheap white chocolate. Yeah, pretty good. Interesting that one, yeah. One I might have to try and get then, I guess. You know, for the old. I think the Asda ones weren't too bad last time. I don't know if they changed the recipe or not, but I remember them being quite good when we did a review of those. It was about a year ago now, probably, wasn't it? It was quite some time ago. Yeah. Have you tried the Quality Street bars yet, Alan? By the way, and what was the other one you were looking for? I can't think what it was now. Hopefully you found it. Yeah, there was something you were looking for, but I've got left my mind which one it was. Yeah. Well, as I say, one thing to do, maybe some. We'd like to do more of the sort of special biscuit ones as well for the live reviews, and also it'd be quite good to to do more of the own brand stuff as well. But it's difficult on the own brand stuff. I think it's kind of difficult to get people behind it because it's not overly exciting, is it? What would an earthier taste be like? I read that white pepper has an earthier taste than black pepper. You love white pepper? Yeah, well there you go. Well. I'm not sure. Does it just mean drier? Yeah, I don't know. I see what you mean by that, Scotty. Maybe, yeah. I can imagine it being a bit drier and powderier. Maybe if that's what Scotty means. But yeah, I see. I don't think I'll have white pepper in it anyway. That's but it might do. Who knows? The only thing with these cheap range of pizzas, often supermarkets' own brand, often the same pizza across the supermarkets. Yeah, just repackage it. I did have one that was really horrible in Tesco actually, an own brand pizza. I think it was I don't know if it was own brand actually, but I think it might have been like another brand. That was really Tesco behind the scenes, but it was pretty awful actually. Yeah, they weren't very nice at all. I can't remember what they were exactly. Yes, remember a few years ago, people were ashamed of buying value products. So they made the packaging fancy, but now they're going back to basics because it's good to be 50 these days. I say, okay, is that what's going on now? Is it? Well, yeah, they did get rid of all the basic ranges and stuff and called them something interesting, didn't they? like Tesco, it's Miss Molly and stuff. But yeah, interesting that that's become fashionable to get the cheap stuff again. Yes, I enjoyed the quantity bars. Still to try the Munchies and Nibbles bars. Yeah, see, the Nibble one was, I did like that a lot actually. I did like that one, but I've not tried the Munchie one. Have to look out for that for sure. Yeah, the white ones are lovely. Yeah, see. Oh, I have to. Yes, which were the white ones? Yes, the Asda ones. I see. Interesting. I have to. Yeah, I need to get those perhaps. Yes, I think we need a Just Essential special review. That's something to think about then. Maybe I will put that as one of the options. Yeah, one of the options. I have to see how many bars there are, of course. But I don't know whether I'd be reviewing all the pizzas and stuff like this, though. Maybe for the members, but... If you good question. One with bitter, perhaps. Grassier taste, does it? Oh, I don't know if you just... Grassier taste. I don't know if you're just making that up now, Scotty, whoever that's... I bought the Bunchies bar for M&M, right? B&M, sorry, M&M. I have to, right, that's on my list. I have to, yeah. I have to, definitely have to try and get that one. I know what Scotty means about nerfy taste, like dry and more raw cocoa and less sweet. It's hard to describe, but I get what it means, yeah. That's kind of I assumed it meant, just a bit drier and powderier, maybe. But, yeah, interesting. But, yes. What about grassier taste, though, Scotty? I'm not sure. Honestly. Yes, let's see what else. But yes, as I say, not too much new this time. A lot of it was just last week. I just didn't get around to it. Like I didn't get around to do the written. I didn't do many really last week. I just mainly did the live review, to be honest with you. It's one of those weekends really. So yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one. Trying to get through all the different Choc and just didn't manage it really. You know, very hard to describe an earthier taste. Jalapeno flavour stuff can be grassy. Okay, I see. Interesting. Yeah. Hopefully the internet's okay. It's just saying my internet's going a bit crazy again. So fingers crossed. It's not the same excuse as last time this time. So I don't know what it is now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll be all right. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, I think it's back up. Yeah, thank you guys. Yes. Yeah, it's come back up. I think it was just a temporary. It's just my internet lately has been playing up again, Scotty. You know, it's just been playing up again. You know, what can I do? Yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. There's a milk dark and white Just Essentials bar. The milk dark and white. Oh, is it one of each, you mean? Yes, they do have other things like chocolate chip cookies and caramel wafer bars and mini rolls too. Interesting. I did see quite a lot of, what was it now that I saw? They've got a good range of biscuits that they've done recently as well. That was kind of one of the things that made me think about doing the biscuit bars and stuff like that. You know. Yeah, it's one of those. Stream's breaking. Yeah, is it better now? Hopefully it is. I think it was just a one-off thing, that really, I think. Yeah, I think it's one of those. Yeah, so what else? Let's say last week, bit of a funny one, really. Didn't quite get around to doing stuff. So I've still got the old mint top deck to do as well. You know, this one. I think was that a new one from last week? I can't remember now. It's just weeks of just breaking, just merging into one now. I can't quite tell what's going on anymore. So I've got a few to do, really. I've got a load to do. Mint top deck as well. I think I've done all the other top decks as far as I know, but it's is one of them. I need to kind of let's say just lots of chocolate to catch up on really. So it is turning back into a proper stash watch. You know what I mean? Yeah, least favorite Cadbury chocolate. I'm not sure actually, to be honest with you. What's my least favorite? Yeah, I don't know. It's probably those mini eggs that were around. Not the actual mini eggs, but the mini dairy milks and the mini dime mini eggs and stuff like that. They were just really poor. But I think also the fact also the white chocolates, Cadbury white mini eggs as well, which weren't Cadbury white. They were just sort of coated in Cadbury white, but on the inside it was like a hazelnut praline, just terrible. You know, yeah, really poor those were. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any. Yeah, none of it too bad though. Yes, there are more people watching than likes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to click. There are more people watching than likes. Something is wrong. Yes. Oh, please click the like button, everyone. Yeah, it'd be really helpful if you can. So thank you, Joe. Always remind me of that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, it's getting darker soon and it's not quite as warm. Can't believe it's autumn already. I know it's really. You were just saying before. It's really got just all of a sudden gone really autumnal. You know. Yeah. I think some people just like to watch without partaking on the chat. Yeah, you're probably right there, Scott. I think you're probably right there. It's one of those. But obviously, if you can click the like button, it would be appreciated. But yes. Yeah, I have to say, a chomp doesn't get me excited as the new timeouts are boring. Yeah, so the two now timeouts are a bit terrible, really. Those timeout wafers, They are really awful. Yeah, I must say. And chomps, I don't know. Chomps are chomps, aren't they? But yeah, I never really. I don't know who really buys chomps. You know what I mean? It's very strange, isn't it? Yeah. Cadbury Eclairs are rubbish. Yeah, that's a good point, Alan. Yes, Cadbury Eclair. I really don't like those. Yeah, really poor those. Yeah, really poor Cadbury Eclairs. I must say. You know, they're really just disappointing. Why do they exist? I really don't get it. That's a good shout, that, Alan. I think that's probably up there with some of the worst, if not the worst. I'm trying to think what else. I'm sure there's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've had some poor things in the past, but I think that's definitely up there with the worst. Oh, no problem, Nina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's very nice. You forgot about it, or you've never done it before, but yes, you've done now. So thank you so much. Yes. Oh, curly whale is too chewy for you. Not a fan of crunchies. Yes. Okay. That the taste of them. I see. You have not clicked the like button. I see you, Scotty. What's going on here? Honestly. But you don't have to, of course, but it would be appreciated if you do. Yes, there we go. Yeah, curly whale is, I don't know, I don't mind curly whales, but they're not a bar I'd go for, you know what I mean? They're sort of, yeah, they're very mundane. They're basically a bit like chomps, aren't they, really? Just a bit of a fancier design, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to think what other really poor Cadbury products there are. I can't, yeah. I don't know. I have to say, I think those mini eggs were just poor quality, really. Not the Cadbury mini eggs, but the mini Dairy Milks and the mini Dimes and the mini, yeah, I think there might have been other Oreo ones as well. Just really poor, where they just, you know, they're only half full, so they just crumbled in the middle. You know, you could literally just break them up. Yeah, they were just really poor quality. I can't think if there's anything else specific though, other than ones we mentioned. But yeah, Claire's definitely a disappointing. Yeah, they put Cadbury Claire's in Heroes. Yeah. Well, for those, if anyone's nan comes around and wants a chocolate, you can give you give it that, so it doesn't take up any of the good ones. If you like none, a lot, then maybe not. Honestly. Oh yeah, fair enough though. Fair enough, Andrew. Fair enough. Oh, thank you so much, Trace. That's very nice. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's really lovely. Thank you so much. That's very nice. It didn't appear on the graphic. It might come up any second. I've got the special graphic to appear. So fingers crossed it will appear. But no, that's very nice. Thank you so much, Trace. That's really lovely support. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. A lovely picture there as well. Oh, thank you. Very nice. Very much appreciated. Really does mean a lot. So there you go. It's sent it there. There we are. Better late than never. Oh, thank you so much. And dog paddling as well. Cute image. Yeah, Claire's are too chewy for you. Yes, yeah. They're not very pleasant at all. Not very pleasant, really. They're just not. I don't get them. I just don't get them at all. You can buy a few chumps for that £3.49. Well, there you go. Yes. Well, how many now? Probably about 6 these days, isn't it? Probably used to be. I don't know. What could you buy? 30, 35 almost. But yeah, nowadays, not so sure. Probably half that, really. But thank you so much, Tracy. Once again, very nice. Thank you. Yes. Oh, lovely. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's an interesting one actually. Though I'd say this week, just very, I don't know. Yeah, very neat. Just really, basically, I've kind of been concentrating on lots of different things this week. As I'll say, all the look backs and things, just to the detriment of some of the actual reviews and stuff like that. But I'm hoping to get back on track soon. You know, one of those. They've got, let's see, they've got new After Eights in Sainsbury's, the extra dark one, 75% instead of the usual 40 or something. Oh, right, okay, new After Eights in Sainsbury's. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, it's in the Sainsbury's own brand ones, are they, or something like that? I see. That's an interesting one. Yeah. I wonder, I don't know, I wonder. Yeah, I'll have to look out for those. We'll see, Tracy. Honestly, Tracy, a big spending. I don't know if this is something... Well, thank you so much, Tracy. I don't know if you're really doing this or not, being very explosive with the cash today. Well, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Whoever... Honestly, that's very nice. Thank you so much. But obviously, don't spend too much if you are really doing that. Honestly, yes. But no, thank you very much. That's very nice. Whether we'll actually, of course, you know, I don't know how YouTube works, whatever with it, or this, that, and the other. But thank you very much, Trace. That's very nice of you. Guess what? If you send through £1,000, I must have to say, I must perhaps would stop at that point. There's nearly £8 now. You'll be able to get 2 Freddos. Yes, I see. Honestly, 2 Freddos. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, how much actually are Freddos and what's it called these days? I forgot. They're called chomps. How much actually are they now? Are they literally over 20p now? Yeah. I think you can set. Yeah, thank you so much. As I say, Trace, that's very nice of you. But really is appreciated. So thank you so much. Oh, very nice. You probably tripled my month's month's earnings on the channel now, I think. Thank you very much. Oh, no, then let's say after it's okay, just extra dark version, right? Is it literally called extra dark? I think you might have mentioned this before, actually, Andrew. It does ring bells now you mention it. Although, you know, we do talk of chocolate every week, so it could, yes. Yes, Freddo's a 25p according to a friend. 25p. Yeah, goodness me. Yeah, that's, yeah, well, I'm sure they used to be, well, they used to be Tazzies, didn't they? But I'm sure they used to be about 10p or something like that. Someone got £800 from my live stream. Well, you know, I mean, obviously, I would never say no to that, but I think what Tracy said was lovely. So, yes, very much appreciated, Tracy. So, thank you again for that. That's really appreciated. Would never expect anyone to send me £800. I never complain, but I'd never. But I would certainly never expect it. I think what Tracy sent through is a lovely amount. So, thank you, Tracy. Once more. It used to be 5p. I mean, that's like literally, you know, yeah, what's that, 500%? Just ridiculous, that, isn't it? Is it even 500%? Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. Ridiculous, that. Ridiculous markup, really. Johnson, so they are now 30p. And Freddo's are 25p. I've seen them being sold for 30p too. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure they were definitely 10p chumps, or maybe even 5p, you know, Mina was saying. But yeah. Crackers, really, crackers. Yeah, that's what your friend said as well, Mina. I see. Yeah, crazy, that, isn't it? How much they've gone up. I mean, that's just ridiculous markup, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just, you know, yeah, I know a lot of everything's gone up, but that's like a ridiculous amount, really. 5p to 25p. Yeah, and Chomp's 30p as well. I mean, Chomp's definitely aren't worth it. Yes, Joe took out the words out of my mouth there. Yes, wow again, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. That's okay, lovely. Chomps were 10p until relative. Oh, so they only changed recently, have they? I mean, I take it they're not any different. Yeah, Freddo's are 5p, Chomps were 10p. I remember Chomps being 10p, yeah. Forgot about Freddo's being 5p there. Let's see, yeah. Just crazy how they've gone up so much. Didn't know you could give £800. Is it a weak work value? Well, yeah, well, pretty much. It's quite a lot. Well, more makes it probably for quite a well-off person, £800. Yes, some people, you know, yes. That's a lot of money. Let's put it that way. The Freddo's worth every penny. Do you prefer when now they're called Freddo's or when they were called Tazzies? I do quite like them, actually. I find them just a bit mundane, Freddo's. That's the only problem with them. But I do like them. But for some reason, I feel like a bar of dairy milk comes across nicer for some reason for me. I don't know, even though it's the same thing. There we go. I got the 30p chomp thing from Asda website. Maybe in some places they're less than Asda, being extortionate. Yeah, but that's what Asda says for an individual chomp. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I can believe it. I certainly can believe it. Who's even buying chomps? Yeah. Well, that's a good point, Andrew. I'm not sure. I really don't know. You can. It's a bit like the eclairs, aren't they? When you get a selection box at Christmas, and you get one of those in, you just think, oh, I really don't want this one. And curly whirlies too, I guess. It was £800 for a few people donated in a live stream. Yeah, see, interesting. That interesting. It's a lot. Though some people do give. I mean, you know, it's crackers. I mean, they do say don't underestimate what people will be willing to spend or whatever. So you know, it's one of those, isn't it? I guess £800 to some people is just nothing, isn't it? You know what I mean? So you say chomp enough times, it loses all meaning. Oh. Yeah, the Taz was the caramel font. Yeah, they do a caramel Freddo as well, don't they? But yeah, I think you're right. I think it did always have caramel in it, didn't it? I think. Yeah, but they do caramel Freddos as well. I think they've basically lost the license. Well, no one really knows who the Tasmanian Devil is anymore. I don't think, do they? Perth Fudge to a chomp. Fudge is another one though, isn't it? It is another one that's not a million miles away from that kind of type of bar. You know, where it's just a bit mundane, really. Yeah, it is another one like that. The Australian chomp bar is like a drifter. Ah, okay, so you can still get right. Okay, so drifter's still technically around in a way in Australia. But yeah, it's funny how they have these weird. Well, I guess the drifter was basically it was Nestle, wasn't it? So it's not like it was a Cadbury bar to start with anyway. Yeah, interesting that one though. I'll have to look out for that. Yes, you notice that Tesco have 2 new dark chocolate bars in their finest range. Orange and mint flavour, 45% cocoa and appear to be vegan too. Look nice. That sounds quite interesting. Sound like they could be up my street, those ones as well. You know, it's funny. I was just saying they always do. I say orange and mint. Don't they? It just seems to go together all the time. These two bars, you know, matchmakers. You can get orange and mint and this and the other. It's funny, isn't it? But yeah, interesting. I really might have to look out for those. Yeah, did he still do those Miss Molly bars and things like that? I thought that's I thought that's what they. I don't know if they did them as well as the Finest range. Maybe they did. Must have done perhaps. Interesting though. Yeah, it's a difficult one. So I'd say a few from last week. I mean, I'm still so behind really. I might try and do some reviews maybe midweek, maybe to try and catch up. But certainly this weekend, I'm hoping to get quite a lot done really. Remember when Aldi did vegan chocolate? They were very nice. I think I still have them in the backlog. You know, Mina. I think. Yeah. Maybe pre-pandemic. I wonder if it was that long ago. I don't know. I do have a few. I do have a few from Aldi. I didn't think they were that old, but yeah, it could have been the blonde one. He had the blonde, vegan blonde, didn't he? And a couple of others. Yeah, maybe I wonder if it was pre-pandemic. I have to check really. Hopefully, it wasn't that long ago. Goodness me. Yeah. So last week, as I say, still got a few to go through. Basically the ones I did last week, really. I could just grab a load of random ones from the old stash, but I didn't think, I didn't think it'd be a good idea. But as I say, things like this Kit Kat milk choc chunk cookie, that we spoke of last week. Still managed to do it with the Mona Lisa. Funny enough, I was watching a documentary on some stolen paintings or something like that. It's quite interesting on the TV, now they get them back, basically. Yeah, you can still get those Miss Molly 33 parts in dark and white. Milk dark and white, but they do Miss Molly cheapest. Okay. Tesco own brand for the mid-range and Tesco Finest for the expensive, fancier stuff. Yeah, interesting that then, isn't it? That they've tried to sort of smart up the cheapest stuff with the Miss Molly branding. It's interesting that, yeah. It seemed quite nice when I had it though. It seemed quite nice. It's always like they always try to do the sugar-free chocolates, which never quite taste very good. Yeah. And the Tesco Finest orange bars and mint bars weren't labelled vegan. They just seem to be in the ingredients. Yeah, some people, remember what the vegan friend was saying, things are accidentally vegan, they don't really, they just are vegan, but they don't advertise it because it wasn't a done thing to do, because it made it sound worse. But I think they're probably more likely to do it nowadays. They look nice though, just flavoured, no bits in them. 40% cocoa, you'd probably like, yeah, that's definitely on my street. I think that's the right amount for me. So I think, I think I would like those. I'll have to look into those, yeah. Flavoured though. Odd one, isn't it? I've your orange and mint flavouring. I'm never quite sure what to make of them, whether I prefer them flavoured or not, I've seen the Aldi vegan chocolate the other day. Live right next to an Aldi now, right? See? There you go, it could still be about. Maybe sometimes they have like fleeting stock, don't they, in Aldi? Some things aren't, it's available one week and then not available another. Buttermilk Brand apparently do fantastic knockoff vegan Mars and Snickers bars available in Asda. Oh, right, okay, I've not even seen those or heard of them before, Alan. Yeah, I'll have to buttermilk. Oh, okay. I'll have to check out for those. Sometimes you can miss these things, can't you, if you're not specifically looking out for them, though. But yeah, I'll have to. I've never seen them before. Buttermilk Brand. Okay. It's one of those where you could easily just walk past them, though, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Especially for the Mars and Snickers, and you see all these things, and you just, dime a dozen kind of thing, aren't they, really? But that sounds quite good if they're actually good ones. Tried a few of them buttermilk bar. I've never even heard of them before. Oh, okay. Barbecue sauce I had earlier was vegan. Oh, I see, right. I guess there are probably a lot of things that are just vegan, and you just because they don't need to say they were in the past, they never bothered. But obviously nowadays it's a selling point, isn't it? Yeah, a few years ago people were more ashamed of buying value brands like Tesco Value, so they switched to Miss Molly, made up brands. But now as they're just essentials and people aren't so bothered. Yeah, perhaps has gone full circle, hasn't it, really? Yeah, I mean, they probably still make them look a bit nicer. They look okay. They used to look really cheap, didn't they, with really poor packaging in the old days when they did them. But I think I think when I saw these Just Essentials ones, they're all very nice and bright and look very good. So at least I think that's half the battle, really. Yeah, Aldi and Lidl will have a box. We'll have a box with, say, for example, 3 different flavours out of the shelf, and often sell out of less popular flavours left. Okay, okay. Sort of, okay, the less popular ones left, basically. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's one of those. They probably don't. Yeah, and they tend to some things have when it's gone, don't they? I think sometimes as well. Some of the more odder branded stuff. Speaking of vegans, still have to see my beef liver today. I see. Honestly. I remember when I first thought you were probably vegetarian or even vegan yourself, Jan, when we first started chatting. Because when we were talking about all these like nuts and peanut butter and all this sort of stuff you made yourself and things. But then it turned out you're very much a carnivore, eating all this, I don't know, offal and stuff like that. Well, I think in Brazil is a thing, isn't it? I think the Brazilian restaurants we have here, they always are very much meat themed restaurants. You know what I mean? That's basically it, isn't it? Beef liver must be good for you, I see. Well, yeah, it sounds like it. I don't know really whether it. Well, yeah, I guess it is. I assume it is. Joe does eat very healthily, so yeah. So on eBay, has been selling a bar of Tesco Buttermilk chocolate in 2006 for £10,000. So I suppose nobody's buying it. It was 30p at the time. It's gone up to, a lot, yes, £9,999, 70p. Yeah, it's a bit optimistic, that, isn't it, to sell that for £10,000. But, you never know. If it only takes one crazy person to buy it, and they've got almost £10,000. So, But yeah, it certainly won't be me, that's for sure. Yeah. I've got enough chocolates I don't need to be spending £10,000 on a single bar. I don't think it get many views either. Maybe I could label it, I spent £10,000 on a chocolate bar, and that might get the views. But when it's just, if it just said it was a Tesco own brand essentials bar, I'm not sure. We do get things like that, though. People selling random stuff, don't you, on eBay, trying to make a load of money from it. Remember your primary school serving liver? It put you off for life. Yeah, school dinners were definitely not very pleasant. I still can sort of taste that watered down milk and stuff like that there. You know what I mean? It's Tiffaz Brown, you barking mad. Walk away. Yeah, thank you. Scotty's been a member for 22 months. Thank you so much. Basically, yes, you've seen this. Scotty being a member gets a privileged super chat, essentially. But the I don't know, but YouTube handles it in a funny way, basically. So it comes through as a saying as a new member. But yeah. No, well, thank you so much, Scotty. Yes, thank you for all that support. Really, really appreciated. Thank you. 22 months, can you believe it? Gone very quick, hasn't it? Very quick. Yeah, Scotty, organ meat is packed with nutrients. Yeah, I've never seen any kind of food similar. Yeah, I guess it's one of those, isn't it, really? Yeah, I don't... You do eat... Well, it's not... Well, exotic probably not the right word, but you do lots of different sort of meats, don't you, Joe? You do a good job there, really. 22 months, nearly 2 years. Yes, you get the next coloured chocolate bar as well when you get up to 2 years. So that's the next one. I think they've recently added 2 more after. I think there's 2 more anyway after that, I think. Maybe that was the last one, but they've added 2 more onto it. So plenty of coloured chocolate bars to go. Yeah, I was designing them the other week, I think. I actually need to change one of them. I wasn't too happy. It didn't quite look as good as I wanted it to, but but I don't think we'll have to worry about that for another few years anyway if people stay around that long. For a terrifying second, I thought Scotty donated 10 grand. There you go, look at that imagination. Oh, honest to God. That'd be commitment for you. That would be commitment. Whether the check would bounce, I don't know, but yeah. When I clicked for the donation amount, was set at $47.99. Was 1 click away. Goodness me. I don't know. I mean, I imagine, the problem, I don't know. I don't know how enforcing YouTube is of these things. I don't know whether people can just click random amounts and it still goes through or not. I don't know. I did have someone in the past sending super chats through, and I don't think they ever resolved or whatever. So I don't know how much of a check there is there or whatever. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, Joe, I thought the same. I see. £10,000 super chat. Honestly. Imagine that. Yeah, imagine that. But yes, obviously, do be careful, I think, with, like Scotty says, it might be easy to accidentally submit. I mean, to be honest with you, I imagine you probably can cancel it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I imagine you probably can. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, obviously want to be careful of. Live at the primary school, what a gift, I see. What's it like where you are then, Joe, in like primary school age? I think it's like, I don't know, 4 to 10, I think, 4 to 11. You don't really get that good a quality food there then. I guess here, yeah, it's usually free as well. I don't think you paid for it. Well, maybe you paid, I can't remember now. Did parents pay like a weekly amount? I'm not sure. Might have paid like a weekly amount. Yeah. I feel like that rings bells. I feel like I remember handing in some kind of cash every week for the primary school. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yes, at my primary school back in the day, it was fish fingers and mashed potato. See? Oh dear. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's probably like mine as well. It was horrible, you say. Nobody ate it. Well, that's the problem, Joe. It probably isn't done very well. You know what I mean? It won't be. It'll be like really rubbery and stuff like that. Probably, it won't be cooked very well. They'll, they won't do a good job of it, basically. So it sounds better than it would be, really. I think it sounds like it would be gourmet food. It won't be, you know. Yes, always had a packed lunch at school. I did towards the end. I think I started on school dinners, but after a few years, I managed to start going to sandwiches because I always wanted sandwiches. I think my friends always did that, and they always kept you separate, didn't they? If you ate sandwiches, well, they did at my school. You ate somewhere else, and the school dinners people who got the the food provided at somewhere else. So yeah, so it was a bit of a pain. I always wanted to, but I remember my friend used to bring in. He used to have like I don't know, like it must have been a tin or something of prawns. He used to always have prawn sandwiches. It was always like this really like these pink, I don't know, weird like worm-looking things, and he just poured them on his sandwich. It was very disgusting. Yeah. Remember Cheesy Beanos? I don't remember. Sounds familiar, but I might think of the comic. Yeah. What are Cheesy Beanos? Yeah. Was it just cheesy beans? Was my first primary school? Okay. Yeah. I just remember having a bad experience with school dinners, I think. Yes. I would bring a bag in and fill it with liver. Honestly. Did peanut butter, you'd be in heaven as well. The thought of it makes you queasy. Well, if only Joe was around then, Mina, yes, he could have taken it all for you. Wouldn't have had to have any of it. Yeah. Imagine that, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't, I don't know. I don't remember much about school dinners, really. I just remember the really watery milk and stuff like that. I think we had to have. I don't remember the actual food particularly. Yeah, so I don't know. And a beef pasta roll yesterday. Still get the wee glass jars of paste. I see. Beef paste roll. Yeah, those little. Yeah, I remember those little paste ones. I think chicken paste and beef paste. Yeah, I think we've spoken about these before, didn't we, Scotty? I think I remember we used to have those when I was younger. Yeah, these beef paste and things like that. I think it's because I used to have pate quite a lot, and I think my mum got me those. Yeah, chicken. Yeah, chicken paste. Bizarre, really. Jimmy was trying to make school dinners healthy around the time I was in primary. Okay, yeah. Been a bit of a backlash about that, wasn't there, in the end, where it was like, I don't know, it was almost deemed snobbish or something like that, I think, in the end. I think that's kind of, I don't know if that was the case, but that's what I heard. I don't know. Weird one, really. Guess we had rice, beans, cake pudding. It sounds quite nice, though, Jazz. That sounds like my cup of tea, yes. And yogurt too. Yeah, see, that sounds pretty good. I remember we had things like rice pudding, I think. Yeah, I think a rice pudding, I remember mine. That seems to ring bells. Corned beef smells, but I quite like the taste of it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I used to have a bit of that when I was younger. I used to quite like the taste of it as well. Yeah, I think I used to luncheon meat or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't very. It seemed to taste quite nice, but yeah, it probably wasn't the best quality stuff. Yeah, Jamie said no more turkey twisters for you and made the kids eat vegetables. Yeah, I think that was sort of like a bit harsh, did this sort of thing when the kids liked it, I think he asked them once, didn't he? Did you like this food or something like that? That was like reconstituted chicken or whatever it was, and I think they all liked it though, and it was kind of portrayed to be bad, So if they didn't like it, it was like, oh, I've done them, done some good, and if they did like it, it was like, oh, this is what we're reduced to. Yeah. Actually, today after defrost chicken liver, I say, goodness me, we've got lots of meat action going on, isn't there? Really? Yeah. I think Jan was cooked in a laboratory. Yes. I can see it sounds like he's got an industrial scale set of I don't know, kitchen, doesn't it? Really? Yeah, just having all this stuff, like 10 kilograms of peanut butter and all this, that, and the Perhaps he does, yes. Perhaps he is, I don't know, Gordon Ramsay in disguise, you never know, yeah. Honestly. Interesting one though, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I'm not a big meat person myself, really. I must say, I'm not, I don't mind it, to be honest with you, but I don't really eat much of it these days. I don't know, because I kind of tend to prefer that, what's called rubbish meat, what I mean, like sausages and stuff like that. They're the kind of things I go for, but I try to sort of not eat them as much because they're not very healthy, really, so... Yeah, so quite happy with just my vegetables and things like that. I guess I eat plenty of healthy stuff with my chocolate. That's probably my weakness, really. Unicorn horn on toast will be the next thing. Well, if you do see that anyway, I imagine there's be a bit dubious, that's all I can say. Yeah. Has anyone felt that last week has been absolutely crazy, all this Queen stuff? definitely been different. I've kind of missed a lot of the TV though, to be honest with you. I've not seen a lot of it, for one reason or another. Yeah, so I must admit I've missed quite a lot of it. I know lots of people were queuing to see everything, weren't they? Or the coughing and this, that, and the other. But it does seem like a lot. Perhaps to I don't know. I guess it's just an experience, isn't it? People want to be part of it, I guess. Yeah. But I don't think you could really see anything, could you? I think So interesting. Yeah, bank holiday on Monday. Yeah, yes. That would be quite nice as well. Yeah, a bit of time off there as well. But I know obviously it's for certain things. But yeah. Saying the Queen's funeral is going to be the most watched TV broadcast ever. Pretty 4.1 billion people. Goodness me, that is quite a lot. Yeah. I can consider that, but I imagine it probably will be pretty busy, won't it? I mean, even if it's a quarter of that, that's still a lot of people. So, yeah, goodness me, almost comparable to a Mr. Beast YouTube video. Yeah, Monday's supposed to be my first day back at uni, but it's been cancelled. Okay, we're back on Tuesday then, will you be? Oh well, at least extra day in bed then, I guess. Well, I think everything's going to be closed on the Monday. I think pretty much most places are going to be closed. I've been a bit worried, a bit of a backlash if they don't close. But then I think Centre Parks, that holiday resort place, did close for the day or something like that, and everyone complained because they were on holiday, so they would kind of be kicked out of the park for a few hours. That's half the world or thereabouts. Yeah, it's quite a lot really, that, isn't it? It's quite a lot. But the royal family are very popular. I would say they definitely seem to have they're a lot more popular than other royal families generally. Don't really know why that is. I think it's just because perhaps it just seems a very British thing, isn't it? The royal family, you know what I mean? There's all this interest has been, I don't know, over the years. Yeah, strange, isn't it? That, but yeah. So I could believe it really. I mean, there definitely will be a lot of people watching it. And I can imagine it being a good proportion of the world, basically. Yeah, I could just imagine. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, I think. But yeah, will be a funny one. Don't know what to make of it really. I don't really know what we'll see, if you know what I mean. I don't really know. Yeah, if we shut next Monday, I'll be back Tuesday. Been off since May, feels like ages. Yeah, well, no rest for the wicked. I guess after Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. So I had the Jubilee in this. Yeah, certainly a few things have happened, hasn't it? Yeah, interesting that really. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it must be good to be going back to uni though, really, Andrew. I think get back into the norm of things, get back to normality. Yeah. So really this weekend, there's not much more. So another breakaway one that I wanted to get done, which was the regular twirl breakaway. So I've got the mint one, which you can see the special edition mint one, just how much smaller it is than the regular one, which is crackers really, isn't it? It's ridiculous that really. And as I say, then the big massive caramel breakaway. And breakaway is basically time out in Australia, is the gist of it. They did have time out in Australia, but they don't seem to have changed the breakaway, I guess, and coupled it with other products, which is strange. I guess the twirl breakaway is the timeout now. You can see there. Basically, is a timeout. So yeah, there we go. It's definitely interesting. We'll need to perhaps try and do some more, shorts and things like that for the channel as well. What year are you going into, Andrew? Yes, going back into the dreaded third year. But yeah, nice to be back. Feel like I'm getting stuff done. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? I think it is. Just one of those, isn't it? It is nice to have the time off, but eventually you kind of feel like you need to be doing something. Yeah. They're just our old timeouts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wish they got rid of them. They exported more to Australia and then, but with worse chocolate. Yeah, it's a shame that, isn't it? I don't know why. I don't know why they got rid of them in the UK. It's just that's a real disappointment, real disappointment. Third year's final year in England compared to the fourth in Scotland. Okay, sometimes if you have a year out, the fourth one could be the final one, but generally, yeah. But even then, it's still kind of the third year, isn't it, I guess? Yeah, interesting, that one. Yeah, so they have 4 in Scotland, do they? Interesting, that. I didn't realise that. I thought it was basically the same. So, yeah. So why did it just study? Is it smaller term times or something, or whatever, longer, so you don't fit as much into 3 years or 4, you fit the same amount in, or is it, I don't know, something else? It's strange, I don't know, yeah. Interesting, I didn't know that. Interesting. Yes. The only thing is, in the winter mornings, nothing quite like getting out about 7 a.m. in the winter in the dark, and just feels wrong because dark in bedtime. Not morning, yes, yeah, dark is bedtime, not morning. I know, yeah, that's one problem, isn't it? That is one problem I do hate. Getting up in the dark and going home in the dark. Yeah, it's something to do with it's not a sixth form. It's got okay, right, okay. Okay, so there's no like college or whatever. That's interesting then. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, yeah, yeah. Interesting way of doing it. Yeah, it's kind of like very different that really. Not considered that. Yeah. Well, good in a way, bad in others, I guess. One of those, I guess, isn't it? Never really liked college. Was never a fan of it. Yeah, it's hard in winter because you have to go to bed when you wake up. And when you wake up the next morning, it's still as dark as it was when you went to bed. Yes, I know this morning was a bit horrible actually. I did wake up and it was, just still dark and dismal. And I say no, it's frosty. Yeah, it's all dark now as well, So it's getting dark very early now. Yeah, very disappointing, isn't it? Very disappointing. But I guess it does make you appreciate the springtime a bit more. So it's one of those, isn't it? Yes, there you go, guys. So there's not much to say this week. It's mainly a catch-up week, really. I've got loads of catch-up weeks to do. To be honest with you, just one of those, I think. But I'm hopefully I'm going to try and put out the September update tonight. And then perhaps I'll try and do a look back, maybe for Monday or something like that. The last one of the old ones, maybe, and hopefully start getting the new ones done, the proper ones with the proper graphics back and the shorter ones again. So it's kind of, there are some plans, do need to get that done, but there's so many videos to catch up on, so many sweets and chocolates. Just getting out of hand, really, getting out of hand. It'll be Halloween before we know it, and it's slippery slope to Christmas, yeah. It's definitely going very quick, but I've not seen any Halloween chocolate particularly. I know some people have mentioned goo heads and things, but I've not seen much. Roll on spring and the first item, the cream egg, or perhaps the white cream egg, yes. I really do want that white cream one. I hope they do that one, really, but we'll see. And hopefully it'll be nice as well. But I would like to try it. It's a shame I didn't win the competition last year, but oh well, what can you do? Oh dear, but there we go. Yeah. All right then, guys. Well, I guess that's been a good to chat to. Good chats tonight, really. It has been a good one, really. It's just one of those where, the problem with Stash Watch is sometimes I try to sort of get to a few more things out, but then I over stash and then can't review them all in time, and then I have to keep getting more and more things. I've got to sort of get on top of what I've got, really, but it's very difficult. M&S have lots of Halloween chocolates out at the moment, and general Halloween nonsense. Okay, all the Percy Pig Halloween stuff and things like that, is it, or whatever they call it in the Halloween. I don't know, another one. But yeah, interesting that. And that cake jar as well. I need to go to Marks and get some of the new stuff. Yeah, perhaps I should go in as well. I did get one of the new crisps that they've done, so I need to review that for the members. I think it's one of the Ridge Cut crisps. It's a new one. I think I reviewed 3 of the others, so I'll perhaps do for that for a members one at some point as well. So need to look out for that. There's promotion on in Poundland for fries bars to win something. First I've ever seen fries bars have adverts in store for promotions. Nice to see. Yeah. All right. Yeah. See. So they're getting definitely moving on, aren't they, fries? You know what I mean? Keep going. Yes. I always went to the UK. Mild and wet. So yeah, pretty much, yes. That's most of the year, isn't it, in the UK, I think. But yeah. It's everyday cloudy and rain. It's not that bad, really, but you always have a chance of rain, basically. It's generally a bit miserable, really. You don't really have extreme weathers. It's just quite grey generally. It's one of those, really. Yeah, it doesn't snow as much as you'd think. Yeah, you definitely didn't get the snow that much. A bit cold and crisp. Yeah, I like quite the cold and crisp, especially in the spring when it's getting that way after just a wet winter. Yeah. In the winter it's dark, cold mornings, frosty ice in the car windows, and sometimes snow. Yes, it's nicer sometimes. Yeah, it's never usually that bad, is it? They're that extreme. Don't really get any extreme ones. One sunny day a week. Well, I'm not sure really. You never really notice it, do you? I guess it's sunny, but it's usually sunny and then cloudy in the same day. So you can have like a sunny day, but it can be cloudy as well, So it's very rare that you get a whole day of sunshine. So it's like just middling weather with clouds and, a bit of rain maybe and then a bit of sun. It's just a bit like that, really. In summertime we do get, good sunny days sometimes, but again, it can still be a bit variable. So it is like that. It is very strange the weather in the UK, must be said. Yeah. You always need an umbrella, basically, no matter what. Oh dear. Yes. We're trying to South England for most of the year. Yeah, we did have quite a lot of dry spell there, it has to be said. So, you know, we just it's one of those where you obviously seem to think it rains all the time. But it's probably not that bad. I think in the summertime we did have quite a lot of a dry spell. We have had for a few years. Not necessarily in a row, but we have had it before. Yeah, so you see, yes, yeah. Interesting. You have to experience it at some point, Joe. See what you think. I think it will be. I think you might be disappointed that it's not like very Christmassy, like snowy all the time or whatever. I'm just quite grey and dismal, yeah. But you can get good weather. It's not that bad, but you know you can get equally quite miserable weather as well. So it's not the best for weather the UK, basically. Dark early in winter and late in summer, particularly the further north you go. Yeah, the further north, the grimmer it is. I think the grim up north is a common expression, isn't it? Really? So, yeah. So yeah, it's not like great in London and places like that, but it's definitely worse as you get up towards the where I am in Scotland, places like that. Yeah, so we have one sunny day a week, maybe two. Okay, yes, yeah. We don't really, don't think it's time. We don't think it's really like that. Yeah, it's not really in the UK. Maybe in summer you might get that. Anyway, it's time to go. Yes, yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock it is. Yeah, so in the UK, yeah, probably about 3 in the afternoon where you are, Joe. I think. Yes. But yeah, no, it's great to chat to you all. As I say, it's been a bit of a nice chat actually. It's been a nice stash watch this week. Good chatting there. As I say, the stash is building up as it always does. It never seems to go down. So I'll have to try and keep on top of it. You know, as I say, I'm going to hopefully do loads of reviews this weekend. I always say this though, whoever actually will, but that's the plan. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. You like cloudy days as well. Well, this is it. In moderation, everything's good, I think. You just don't want too much of one thing. I think that's the basic gist of it. But yes, great show as always. Great to chat to you all. Yeah, and you, Joe. Yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Yeah, great to see you, Mina, Joe. Oh, yes. Oh, Scotty, of course, as well. Oh, who else do we have? Alan turned up, didn't he? Alan turned up. Did I say Mina? I think I did. Yes. Who else do we have? Scarlett turned up earlier on, didn't we, as well? Oh, and Tracy as well, of course. Thank you so much for all the super chats, Tracy. Very nice of you. Thank you so much. Yes, and for your support, Scotty, as well, for the 22 months. Here's to another 22, yeah. Yeah, have a good one as well, Joe. Have a great one. And yeah, and it's great to chat with you all as well. Really good to hear from you all. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you on Saturday, Andrew. But if not, hope Tuesday goes well with university. I'm sure you'll get back into the, what's the word? Into the scheme of things. Is that the word? I'm sure I wanted another word, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I'm sure you get back into everything, after a couple of days. It'll be like you've never been away. So yeah. Alright guys, well 6-second delay, so apologies if I missed what you said. Not ignored you, it's just there was a bit of a delay. But yeah, have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you on Saturday. I'll do the poll soon, possibly tonight if I get my act together, but soon and before, before Saturday. So check out the community tab for that, or just the feed on your mobile. But yeah, have a good one. Thanks again for your support and for all the chats. It's been really great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys. Take care. See ya.